Hey everybody, hope you're all having a great day. Today I'm going to be reacting to another video by Jaden Animations called The Worst Thing That's Ever Happened to Me. Now this one sounds pretty intense, and I really can't imagine what this one could be about. So we'll see what happened here. I'll include a link to Jaden's original video in the description below. Please like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get watching this.
So imagine this. It's Christmas Eve.
All
You're
right.
getting ready for bed and everything is prepared for the perfect Christmas morning. Chestnuts are roasting on an open fire. The cookies are out.
Okay, I don't want to interrupt, but I remember watching something or reading something about roasting chestnuts, and you're actually supposed to roast them on a closed fire. As apparently, if you don't, they'll start like shooting out everywhere and can hurt you or potentially set things on fire. So, yeah, cover up your chestnuts if you're gonna cook them, okay? Moving on.
The house is silent and calm. Everyone has the standard things on their Christmas list. Puppies, Nintendo Switches, for father to finally find milk. But yours is different.
Father trying to
All
find
your
milk.
life, you've loved
Jaden, that was funny, yet that was dark. I personally can't relate to that, but comment below. Has your dad ever left to get milk and never returned? Just want to know. Anyway, moving on.
have been fascinated by insects. You were teased in school for catching ladybugs in the bushes, ostracized from everyone for gleefully watching the grasshoppers.
Relatable.
You spent years
I liked
trying
bugs
to
growing up.
repress your love for bugs, but you're finally embracing it. This year is different. You're going to ask Santa for the one thing that brings you joy in life.
Okay.
Ants.
Ants.
You tuck yourself into bed, awaiting the early morning to see if your wish comes true. And as you're thinking about parenting your future ants, your eyelids feel heavy as you drift off to sleep.
Sounds pretty relaxing.
You don't know how many hours have passed, but you're suddenly awakened by a strange sensation. Your body is burning, flaring up, itching everywhere. The worst itching you've ever experienced in your life.
Oh boy, this doesn't sound good.
What's happening? Is it a Christmas miracle? Did you
No.
finally receive the ants you were desperately hoping for? Your skin is getting more and more itchy by the second. You're in the most discomfort you've ever felt, and you feel like you're gonna cry from pain.
Sounds like a curse to me.
About it. Ants. All over. You rip open the sheets to find... Oh, it's not a whole colony of ants attacking you. It's hives.
Yeah, makes sense.
So back to me. I've never had
Back
hives
to
until
you.
last December, and it was the worst thing that's ever physically happened to me. Around the night of the 21st, I was relaxing and playing video games on my couch. Ari was on me because it's snuggly and nice, but about an hour or so in, I started feeling itchy around my neck and shoulders where he'd been sitting. I didn't think much of it, but when I was getting ready for bed, I realized the area that was itchy was actually kind of red. On paper, that seems a bit like, that's not really normal, but you scratch yourself all the time and get a bit red. I just thought, Ari's nails are probably a bit too long and irritated my skin. I'll have to cut them tomorrow, and left it at that. 4 a.m., I'm woken up by more itchy. I itched it, and it got double itchy. Well, that doesn't seem right. I went to the bathroom to see what was up, and the area that was irritated before was even more red, and maybe a bit bigger this time. I can't remember. It was 4 a.m. I was like, that's not great. And then went back to bed.
What? Hang on a second. I can't understand why some folks are like this. Like, I can understand, like, putting something off if it's, like, a minor concern. But if there's, like, a rash or something on you and it's spreading, go see a doctor. Don't put it off. Your health is the most important thing on the planet. So, keep that in mind. If anyone out there is having some kind of weird allergic reaction to anything, see a doctor as soon as you can. Don't put it off.
There wasn't anything I could do about it. I didn't have any anti-itch cream or anything. All I've got is an expired bottle of mini ibuprofens and a dried out cleaning wipe. The next morning, after a bad night's sleep, I got out of bed and whoop, it spread to my back.
Oh boy.
Yep, this is not good. Did I do anything about it? Nope. I was like,
Jaden.
Whoop, I sure hope this cures itself somehow. I'm gonna go to work now.
That kind of mindset cannot be healthy for any type of problem. Whether we're talking about like a physical reaction or anything like, I don't know, depression or anything else, if there's a problem, seek help. Please. Learn from Jaden's mistakes.
But after like an hour of sweating from discomfort and getting nothing done, I decided, yeah, I should probably go to urgent care.
About time, you goofball.
Have you eaten anything new or that you're allergic to? No. Have you taken any medication that's new or you're allergic to? No. Have you been bitten by any bugs you might be allergic to? No.
Look of discomfort.
Looks like dermatitis. So I got a dermatitis diagnosis, picked up the pills and lotion he prescribed me, and by the time I got home, I was so itchy it started to feel like actual pain. I ran into my room and immediately took the medication and started hoping I would feel better soon. All I could do was lay on my bed and do nothing because every time I moved or touched something, it would send shocks of pain and irritation down my body. And I preferred not to have that. I
I
decided
don't
to
think
call my
anyone would
friend
like
to tell
that.
them what was happening to keep my mind off everything and use them for moral support because I was going crazy. After maybe an hour, I was like, actually, I think I feel absolutely worse.
Oh
Everywhere I
no.
put the lotion was even more red and itchy. It was spreading to my legs and hands, and I felt like I provoked the devil. This must be the karma for swearing that one time. I told my friend, I'm in so much pain and discomfort, I can't think straight, and I've been sitting on the floor not being able to move for 30 minutes. What should I do? Go to
Really? You'd put up with it for that long without automatically thinking you should go somewhere? I mean, I can understand just like putting it off at first, but if it's gotten this bad, go seek help. Go get medical help. Come on.
the hospital? You think so?
Exactly.
Yes, go to the hospital. I don't know. Maybe if I just wait a bit more, go to the hospital.
Yes,
Okay. I
thank
arrived at
you.
the hospital and hobbled in the best I.
We need more friends like that. If you see anyone who has severe discomfort, who's going through some type of like health or mental crisis, tell them to get help. Encourage them. Don't just be like, well, it's none of my business. No, that's what terrible friends do. Be like that guy. Tell your friends to get help. Help them, please.
Could because the feeling of my shoes and clothes rubbing against my skin made me want to cry. They were
That
really
sounds
busy, so I had to
terrible.
sit on a bench in a hallway for about an hour. I was finally
That's
taken to a bed,
wow.
given a shot along with a mystery pill, and about 40 minutes later, I felt better. But they
That's
kept me
good.
there for 4 more hours just to be safe. By the time I got home, I was sighing with relief. It felt so good to not be in total body pain and wanting to claw my skin off. I'd
Yeah,
forgotten that feeling.
accurate.
The hospital gave me a new prescription because they were like, pretty sure you have hives, not dermatitis. But I didn't get it filled because it was late and I figured I could just get the new medication tomorrow since I was feeling all right. The good thing was I was feeling better and had the right diagnosis. But the
Good.
scary thing that got me worried was this all started when Ari was on me. The flare up
Wait,
started in the exact
it
area
can't be
he was
because of
sitting on the
Ari.
other night, so if I hadn't eaten or done anything different from my usual day to day life, could that mean I developed a really bad allergic reaction to him? So that terrified me a bit. Anyways,
Understandable, but that really can't be the case. I mean, I can understand people developing allergies to pets or something, but I'm pretty sure Ari is in future videos. I just made a reaction about the guy laying eggs with tofu, so there's no way she can actually be allergic to him. Right? Please tell me that she's not actually allergic to Ari. Please.
had plans to see my family for Christmas and was worried that I'd have to miss my flight because of this, but things seemed all good now. 1 a.m., woke up itchy. It was back and ready to absolutely just kick my teeth in. I wasn't
Oh
freed
no.
from this hive's curse. I'd only escaped its grasp for a few
Jeez.
hours. It wasn't at its worst yet, but I knew it wouldn't take long to get there, so I raced to the nearest 24-hour pharmacy to pick up my new prescription, took it, and then just
Good
got an Uber
call.
to the airport because I couldn't sleep. Early flight? Not really. I'm just getting there early. Well, it's always good to be early for flights. When is it? 3 p.m. I tried to get a bit of
Oh
sleep.
man. I can't imagine getting that early to a flight. I know it's crazy circumstances, but still, imagine actually picking someone up and telling you, oh yeah, I have like 13 hours until my flight actually leaves, but I'm getting there extra early. Imagine telling that to your cab buddies. That would be the weirdest and yet funniest thing probably that you could tell.
In the airport, but it didn't work. The good thing was that the prescription was doing a relatively good job at keeping back the hives. I could still feel the itchy, but it was like muffled, if that makes sense. I got on
Yeah.
my flight no
Okay,
problems
that's
and
good.
landed in Arizona to my very calm parents who were like, hives? Who are you okay? What? How'd you
Yeah,
get
really
hives? Are you
calm.
okay? The hives had been manageable the whole day until I was getting ready to go to bed and they started flaring up again. This time worse than ever. I thought
Oh
I'd
no.
experienced pain before, but the hives were mocking me. The previous ones were teasers. This time they were
Jeez.
dishing up the main course. Everything was put into mega gear,
Whoa.
served up on
Kind of
the
looks like
grill
Agent
of
Venom or
Gordon
something.
Ramsay himself. See
Gordon
if you
Ramsay.
like this, bit. Off to the hospital we went, 12 o'clock at night. We arrived at a normal hospital first, and by the time we arrived, I could barely walk. I was in so much pain and agony.
That
I
sounds
shuffled in,
terrible.
hunched over like I was 95 years old and about to just fall over and turn to dust immediately. Also, I was actually crying at this
Oh
point.
man.
No, oh, I'm gonna cry. This hurts. Boo-hoo.
And I cannot imagine being in that level of pain to the point that I actually start crying. I'm usually not much of a crier, so I cannot imagine the type of pain it would take to get me to cry. So Jaden can I gotta give you credit for able to put up with that type of pain. You seem to be handling it fairly well. So congrats in a weird, twisted sort of way.
Nah, this time was like, yeah, time to cry now. I wasn't having a good time. We sat there for maybe 40 minutes and no one was helping us, so my dad asked how long
That's
they
really poor
estimated the
customer
wait would be,
service.
to which they said an hour, so we
An
were like,
hour?
my dad decided to take me
Yeah,
to a local urgent
good
care
call.
because they've got a family friend who works there. It was more familiar and also probably less busy. We arrived and had a bit of a wait, but I was finally admitted into a room. The doctor walked
Good.
in and was like, yep, looks like hives, and stuck me with an EpiPen. I'm lucky enough to not have any really bad allergies like peanuts or something. I know a good amount of people who are like, lol, if I sniff the smallest dust fragment of a peanut, my body will just give up on me. So they have an EpiPen on them at all times. I'm allergic to cats, but they just make me sneeze, so I've never experienced the magic of an EpiPen before.
Magic
And
of
my
EpiPen.
God, that thing was like Jesus just being injected straight into my blood. With
Jesus being injected into my blood. I swear that is a really that's a really funny and interesting way of describing it. Because in a way, modern medicine is like borderline miraculous. I mean, think about how crazy penicillin was back in the day, and now we have like all kinds of crazy medicine and DNA therapy these days. It's almost magical. It's almost supernatural what some medicine can do. So that's a pretty accurate description.
in seconds, my body started feeling better, and all of my hives cleared up immediately.
Cool.
If you've never almost died from an allergic reaction, I totally hope you have one just so you can experience the magic of an EpiPen.
Wait, what?
I mean, I hope you never almost die, but I'm just saying, if you do. Anyway, problem solved. The doctor didn't really say anything else. He kind of just gave me the EpiPen and sent me on my way when he saw I was doing better.
Really?
Which, fair enough. I went to bed.
Don't you think you should provide some more instructions or something, Doc? I mean, this patient, she just came in and was like seemingly close to death with how many hives and stuff she had. You're just gonna stick her with an EpiPen and just give her one and then not say anything? Shouldn't you give her like some type of routine or something? Or give her a number in case something goes wrong? Shouldn't you do that?
Relief. Finally, it was all over. I can have a nice Christmas after all with my family.
It probably won't be over.
And live on in peace. 8 a.m. Woke up. Hives all
See?
over. This
I knew
time,
it.
I wanted to just close my eyes again and perish.
Oh, man.
Oh, this one. This was the worst it had ever been.
Oh,
I didn't
no.
even know it was possible to experience this level of itchy combined
That
with
looks really
unbearable
extreme.
pain. I was in awe. It's amazing how absolutely torturous this pain is right now. And I haven't even been stabbed. The day
Haven't
before,
been
when I said
stabbed.
I was in mega gear and the main course, I was kidding. This was one of those meals where they give you the appetizers and the main course, but surprise, the dessert is a knuckle sandwich. All the hives in the world were like, this one. Let's get this one. I was covered in bumps and red. My mom looked at me right before we were about to go to urgent care, and her face was like, I don't think there's any words that could describe how absolutely abhorrent and atrocious I felt. The itchiness was so extreme, it felt like needles all over.
Oh,
Every time
man.
something just grazed my skin, it felt like, Yep, it's time to die. See y'all later. Alright.
Man, that just sounds really, really intense. I have never remotely experienced this type of pain to the point where, like, I want to, to stop existing. And it felt like I was gonna, like, expire any minute. I've never experienced remotely anything like this. So, man, anyone who's gone through this, I give you credit for going through it, but I sincerely hope that you never experience it again.
At urgent care, couldn't move, looked like a boiled, diseased shrimp. This time we got Dr. Cruz, our family friend I mentioned earlier. He's super nice and caring and an amazing doctor to go along with it. First of all, I got another EpiPen. Yay! And then he prescribed me like 4 new medications, none of which I remember the names of, but one of them was steroids.
Okay.
I can now say I've been on steroids before. So yeah, I can probably beat you all in football now. I'll cut the fat and just say the medications Dr. Cruz prescribed me were it. They were the ones that blocked the hives and helped me recover. I've been freed for the first time in 3 days, and they never came back after that. I took some blood tests, and turns out I didn't test positive in any allergic reactions they looked for. I was able to come home, and Ari didn't make me flare up, so I wasn't allergic to him. That was a huge relief.
I can imagine.
Seriously consider if I would have to get rid of Ari if he was the one giving me hives, because I just couldn't live with hives that extreme. But it wasn't, so we're good.
Man, I could not imagine. Imagine if she had developed a reaction to Ari, that probably would have been heartbreaking. Having to give up a pet, basically a family member, because you're allergic to them. That sounds horrible. I mean, if I ever developed an allergic reaction to any of my cats, I don't know if I can handle that, because like the cats are like members of my family. So yeah, I'm glad it worked out for her.
The only thing we could conclude was it was just caused by a huge buildup of stress. I'd been really busy and burnt out from a bunch of conventions and traveling up until that point, so they said,
oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, stress combined with an immune system glitch is probably what caused it. We don't know what else it could be. And we're like, all right. And I haven't had hives since. So moral of the story is take breaks before your immune system turns on you. Because let me tell you, your immune system does not hold back. Just wanted to make it clear, I'm all good now.
Well, that was a very informative and interesting video by Jaden Animations. If you guys want me to react to any more of Jaden's material, let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!